Hey, welcome back guys. Chris, Treasure Loft Racing Pigeons. So today we are doing a loft update, the breeding season, and I'm going to answer a quick question about, does the world really need another pigeon channel? So let's go in and take a look at what's going on with the birds. All right, I got all the first round babies hanging out on the floor. And we got a couple left in the nest, and we got our second round babies underneath all the birds. I am super happy with how these babies are looking. They are so healthy and so strong and fit. Best round of babies I think I've ever had. They are looking really good. Now, they're on the floor, so as you can see, there's a lot more mess to clean up. So we're gonna do that today. So let's do that and let's go check out the other section. We got all of our pairs giving us their second round. This guy is a late first round. If he grows healthy and strong, this little guy is going to the Hoosier. Then we got two little guys down here. If they grow strong, they're going to the Hoosier. Then we have 12, 6 for my loft and 6 for another loft going to the California Pigeon Derby. And then we got 20 going to a friend of mine who's going to fly some young birds for me in his club. And then I'm going to have some extra birds. So if anybody wants to send these to any races, let me know. We'll partner up and make an arrangement that works for both of us. All right, guys, let's go check out the other section. Have the same thing going on over here in this section. We've got all the babies on the floor, crapping all over the place. I'm gonna be cleaning that up. It's one of my chores. And then you can see these guys hanging out here, hanging out on their perches. Super healthy, super stoked. These guys are doing so well this year. So, got some of our new hatches up there. So in the next video, I'm going to be weaning these babies, and I'm going to show you my process for doing that. So check out the next video where I wean these guys. Hey buddy, coming over to check me out. This silver bird has always been super curious and not timid. He's always really quick to come say hi. So inside here again, we got second round babies coming on. Yep. Second round set of eggs. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. One of your babies is going to the Hoosier. Yeah. Second round, second set of eggs. Everybody's pretty much down on their eggs. Whew. Yeah. I can tell you don't like me doing that. And down on the bottom, we got the same thing. This is the second round, just hatched. So everybody else should be just a couple of days away from this one. All these eggs should hatch here pretty darn soon. All right, now let's talk about, does the world really need another YouTube channel for racing pigeons? Does the world really need this channel? My answer is no, it doesn't. So why in the world am I doing this? Why would I take the time and the effort and to make YouTube videos when it's not really needed? I'm going to answer that question for you. So as I get started doing these chores in here, I'll kind of chat through that. So let's do that. I'm going to grab the scraper. We're going to start cleaning up the loft. YouTube definitely has plenty of channels dedicated to racing pigeons. There's plenty of information out there. I'm not going to provide anything new or interesting that's not already been presented. I don't have any secret tips or tricks that we don't already know about. Why am I doing it? So a couple of reasons. How many of you guys find taking care of your birds, scraping the loft, and breeding and raising babies is kind of a peaceful, therapeutic kind of thing to do? I'm one of those. I think raising babies and racing pigeons is just enjoyable. I have, like many people, gone through some recent really difficult times. Lots of stressful situations in my life, relationships and scenarios that they're just taxing on my system. And I'll tell you, coming out to the loft and scraping and feeding and just being out here with these birds, it's very therapeutic for me. And so I really enjoyed just simply having a place to go away from the house, the family, the neighbors, the kids, work, stress, life. I can just come in here and just relax, and it's just really enjoyable. I've talked to a lot of people who kind of do the same thing. They call it their pigeon therapy. Instead of actually seeing a therapist, they just come hang out with their pigeons and find relaxation. And I do. So I really think that as men, I know there's women in this sport, but I know that the majority of the people that do this sport are men. And as men, we face a lot of stress. We face a lot of challenge, a lot of things that we don't generally talk about. And we all need a little reprieve from that. And whether that be racing pigeons or dirt bikes or hunting or fishing or computer programming or whatever it is that we find in our life that we can get a reprieve from all the stress and challenges of the world, I think it's really needed, and it's a good thing to have. So for everybody out there that's watching that's pigeon people, I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I would imagine that a lot of you do it for that as well. There's a lot of fun things about it. The older I get, the less I can compete in physical sports. And I'm competitive and I still want to compete. And this is a fun way to do it for me. There's just a lot of good things about racing pigeons. There's a lot of camaraderie, good people that help you get started. I want to give a quick thank you to all the guys that have helped me get started. People who have helped me with pigeons, people who have helped me with lofts, ideas and questions about how to manage the pigeons and racing and that all together. And then big thanks to all the people who actually have helped me get into some races recently. Big thank you for you guys. I really appreciate the support. And there's good camaraderie in this sport. So I think that's another thing that's really good for us men, that, you know, we need that. But I also think there's a space where we can have some camaraderie in facing our difficulties in life. And, you know, we all like to be tough. We all like to say we can handle everything, but sometimes life is a little bit overwhelming. And pigeons have been a great outlet for me during my stressful parts of life. And, you know, I get to unwind and relax. You know, a lot of guys will watch football and that gives them a reprieve. Well, I get into pigeons, like a lot of you guys do. And speaking of difficult things, that doesn't explain why I make YouTube videos. Definitely not to make a ton of money. There was a friend of mine that I was talking to who is a YouTuber in the pigeon world, and I was talking to him saying, you know, I'm thinking about creating a YouTube channel on racing pigeons. And I said, what do you have for recommendations, or what do you suggest? And he says, well, you just need to make sure it's something that you love doing. And that actually kind of struck me because I really don't like doing it. I don't enjoy making YouTube videos. And I thought about that for a little while and thought, well, why do I want to make videos? And my reason is that in life, even though the world around us has a lot of difficulty and a lot of challenge going on, we can get a little bit too comfortable, too much ease in life. A lot of folks have good jobs, money, food, you know. There's just a lot of comfort in the world these days. And as men, we're just wired to solve problems. We're wired to work hard. We're wired to face challenges and overcome them. And when we live in a world of ease, if we don't have any challenges to face, there's a tendency for us to create problems. We find little things to create problems with. That just kind of creates problems that don't need to exist. So what's the reason for the YouTube channel? I was feeling a little too comfortable, and I decided to think about what is one of the biggest challenges that I've always shied away from. What's something that is really difficult for me, and I'm going to just go after it. Now, one of the things that's really difficult for me is public speaking. I feel so awkward. I feel inadequate. I feel like I might not have the thoughts or ideas that people will be interested in, or just in general, the general public is terrified of speaking in public. There's some studies that show that people would rather die than speak in public. I'm not quite that bad, but I am pretty bad. I don't like public speaking or in front of groups. And so I just decided that I needed to get out of my comfort zone and stretch myself a little bit. I needed to find some way to become more capable, to show myself that I can face some of my biggest fears and overcome them and do them even though I don't like doing them. I didn't want to create more problems that didn't need to exist. So I chose one that would be of benefit to me. And it has been awesome. When I first started, I still do, even now, which was only a few months in, I really don't like talking on camera. It's really difficult for me. Okay, so I've got this side cleaned up. Looking good. We'll swing over to the other section and we'll keep chatting here. So, I saw a recent video on YouTube that talked about how it's time to stop consuming and start creating. Now, that didn't mean to me that I needed to create YouTube videos, but that did mean to me that I wanted to get out of the position of just sitting around and scrolling on YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. So I decided to do this because it's very, very difficult for me to be on camera, speak on camera, and know that a bunch of people out there are going to be watching me. It's scary, vulnerable, and I wanted to face some of that. So that's the reason why I started this channel. And I think I'd like to encourage all of you guys out there that are watching to try and find something that you can challenge yourself with. Now, that doesn't have to be anything in particular. It could be learning a new skill. It could be doing something with school. It could be learning an instrument. I mean, there's endless millions possible things that people can do to challenge themselves. Run a marathon, run a 5K, do a triathlon. I mean, pick up a new sport. I've got some coworkers that in their adult life picked up ice hockey and are loving it. So I'd like to encourage everybody to try and find something that they're a little intimidated by and go after it. There's nothing holding you back except you. Nothing holding me back except me. And I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Kind of rambled on there for a little bit, but I hope you guys find that interesting and that in some way you guys can find something to develop your own personal skills and become better. So take a look at some of these young birds here. So, does the world need another YouTube channel? Nope. Do I need to do something to challenge myself and stretch and become more capable, a little bit stronger of an individual, willing to face some of my challenges? And yeah, absolutely. I definitely need to do more of that. Hopefully that makes sense and is of help to anybody out there. So, all right, guys, that's the end of this video. I know that's a very different kind of video, but hope you guys can find some health and happiness in pigeons and find a way to stretch yourself and become more than you currently are. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you come back and check out the next one. We're going to be doing the weaning of these babies. We're going to take them over to the next section and I'll show you what I've been doing to get them ready for that. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Hey, big guy.
Believe me, never had a lot of shit come easy.
Hey, buddy.
Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise.
I love seeing birds when they're this little, being this feisty. They are aggressive and strong and opinionated. I love it. Excited to see what this bird can do. Like the Hoosier. Can land your own brand, and damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes.